Hello, good evening. My name is Pamela, and today I'm back here again to do a review on the book by T.L. Huchu, Tendai Huchu, called The Library of the Dead. It's old news that I am a huge fan of Tendai Huchu, particularly after he wrote the book The Headdress of Harare. So when I learned about this book and it's being available here in the United States, I was like, I'm gonna get my hands on it and I'm gonna read it to see what it is. And particularly since it's a different genre from The Hairdresser of Harare. So let's talk about this book. This book is a book I would say is geared towards those who enjoy fantasy. You like Harry Potter, you're into the magic elements and stuff like that. You'll definitely love this book. It features a young girl who is Zimbabwean, based in Edinburgh. She has powers. She has the ability to communicate with the dead. So she acts in the role of a mediator between the living and the dead for a fee. So she's been doing this for a while and she's been making her money. And she realizes that something is happening with people within her town. Something is bewitching them, these people, and leaving them as empty husks. So she decides that she's going to find out who it is, who dares come into her town to do this mischief. So she starts investigating, and in the process, she makes friends, which is to be expected. And of course, she makes some enemies. So at the end, everything comes to a conclusion, and the book ends on a cliffhanger with a prophecy, which I'm guessing will continue where I think Tendai has the second the follow-up series coming out, or it's already out, which will probably give us some insight as to whether the prophecy comes true, what she was told, if any part of it comes true, if she's able to find out that thing, so we are excited about it. So I'm looking forward to it. So let's talk about this some more. So what are my thoughts on the book? I think this is a good read. It's a book I will gladly give. I had a young adult in my life that likes Harry Potter. I would definitely give this book to that person because I will definitely enjoy to see this person explore different parts of their Zimbabwean culture. So I liked that. I love the fact that this book explores Imbira and how Imbira can be used in communicating with the dead, communicating with spirits. So it's just more than just an instrument. So it introduces us to some aspects of Zimbabwean culture. I love the fact of magic, the way they use magic in this book, because it's very similar. If you're someone that reads fantasy books that have magical things, the concept of glamoring and stuff like that are stuff you've heard before. So it shouldn't be a strange thing to you. So you should really enjoy that. I love the high investigative process, how she followed things step by step until she came to a conclusion. It shows a form of reasoning, logical, and for women, knowing that Ropa is a young girl doing all of this is something that will be definitely very exciting for them. And I definitely enjoyed the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger was very, very well done. So, yeah, on that one. So those are things that I really liked. What I didn't like is, I know I have talked about Ropa and I've talked about her in such a good light. So you're like, oh my God, this is a great protagonist. Ropa is definitely no angel. And this comes clear in her communication, in her thoughts about her business partners, in her thoughts about the people she does business with. It's as if she is a blank slate and her thoughts towards them is that they're just money-making machines, the dead as well as the living. So her role basically is, I have this skill and I'm plying my trade. I don't care what you're going through. You have to pay me and it's all business as usual. I don't care, and that lack of caring, that cynicism, which is really too deep for such a teenager, is something I wasn't really feeling. And because it was very like, oh, I only care about I only care about myself and that's it. So I was not really feeling that. I think that was really the whole thing. And then another thing is, I had extremely high expectation. I think I just had to remind myself this is a different genre, and because I was expecting something akin to The Hairdresser of Harare in terms of the heart that was in that book. I just felt as if this was it was a little bit mechanical. I don't know, but then I normally struggle when an author that I like switches genre, so maybe that's on me. So that's why I finished the Audible version and I went to get the hard copy so I can read the hard copy to see if it's me or if it's actually the book. So I hope you get a chance to read this book. It's currently available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, your online retailers, as well as your local public library. And as I always say, if there's a book that you really want, at least you're here in the United States, there's nothing that stops you from telling your local librarian that this is a book that you will really like to enjoy. so that they can get it for you. So till next time, you take care and God bless and ciao. I hope to hear your thoughts.